Okay, we're testing overhead service conductors for good and bad. First thing we want to do is take a temperature. We just pulled the meter base. Take a temperature reading of the jaws to make sure the jaws aren't the problem the customer's having. Okay, everything's reading around 71 degrees, so those are good. Make sure the ST unit's cut to the off position. First, gonna check hot leg to neutral. Turn the unit on. If all the buttons are out, then you're just going to read voltage. As soon as you read good voltage, push down the left button and start reading the current. And this test takes about a minute to perform. Tell you whether the neutral and this particular hot leg is good or bad. So you got 3 steps: the neutral hot leg, and then hot leg to hot leg to determine if you. As you use the tool, you can really see when it first starts going whether you know it's going to pass or not. Okay, so we failed at 320. Okay, so we still don't know what's bad. You still could have a hot leg bad, or we could have a neutral bad here. So I'm gonna cut the unit off. I'm gonna move it from one hot leg over to the other hot leg. Make sure the button's in the out position. We're gonna read voltage first. Okay, we read 122 volts. Voltage is good. Press it down the current button. Let it run its test. Here is the neutral, so we have a bad neutral. Okay, so if you wanted to verify a bad neutral, we can cut the box off and we'll test hot leg to hot leg 240 and see that it passes. Okay, so we failed at 320. We'll cut the box off. I'm going to move the neutral lead over to the hot lead. Okay. Turn the unit, make sure the buttons are out. We're going to turn it on. We're going to read the voltage. We should get 240. Okay, we're reading 244. All right, I'm going to press down the current button now. And see what happens. It's got 2 bad connectors. Everything's bad right here. You see with that blue light, every time that blue light flashes, you would expect those numbers to count up in about 8 to 12 increments it was going to pass. Sometimes it blinks twice and it doesn't even go up any. That for sure tells you you've got a problem. This is certainly your problem. Or the other. Okay, notice we failed at 148 hot leg to hot leg and 320 hot leg to neutral. So I'm going to guess that we've got 2 bad hot legs here. Okay. So in the attempt to try to heat up these hot legs, or wherever the bad spot is the middle button. So we're going to press down the middle button now, and notice it's going to restart the test. Okay. What we're expecting now, the span button is designed to increase the load without the pass-fail criteria. In other words, it's going to make the most load, the instantaneous load that service can provide. And this test can take up to about 2 minutes. And when the number saturates, we'll wait about 5 minutes to let that bad spot attempt to heat up, and then we can take the thermal gun and go find it, the heat gun. All right, if this doesn't get to 500, what we'll do is we'll go hot leg to neutral, because we were getting a little higher number. We'll go hot leg to neutral and run the span so we get that 500 if this test here can't get to 500. And that'll help us build more heat to go find that problem. Not to say it'd be impossible, but I mean, it's gonna be.
As long as it's counting, the blue light's gonna.
measuring 72 degrees on that. Damn, y'all need a work harness or something.
Alright, you may want to cover that one back up, that way you don't have to worry about inflation. You get too close to the
Break me out.
I got you. Don't want anything to happen to you.
Break me out.
That just gives you a little more protection in case something is.
Oh yeah, in case something happens.
In case I pull them 2 wires back together.
Yes.
That would be that very situation.
But you're going to be able to edit this and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're just gonna dub audio in afterwards, so.
I mean, we have one running 4. There we go. That one there's running at 80 degrees.
What's the neutral running?
This one's heating up.
What's the average temperature for?
Oh no, this one here is hot. This one here's running almost 200 degrees.
Shoo!
Neutral. Unless it's hitting the sun or something.
I wouldn't think 200 degrees.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. I was hitting the sun.
That's something you may want to put in there as well.
Yeah, back to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was shooting the sun, and it was right. It was hitting 200. This is
All
running
you have to
fine.
do is
This is
turn
running
around
in
and
70s, 71, somewhere in that neighborhood.
What's the good temperature it should read?
Well, whatever ambient temperature is. All right, it looks like ambient temperature is 75 or so.
Okay.
Both of these connectors are running at 80 degrees. I'm not sure that either one of these connectors is bad. I don't think either one of these is bad because they both read the same temperature, 80 degrees.
Right here. See what the head on that. See the strap up there? The hole for that.
That big one right there.
You have to be careful because you might drop it with it like that.
I got about a leak.
Just kind of be careful. The load side of the neutral connector. Line side of the hot.
I'm on the line side of the neutral end of it. I'll go right to the wire.
Now you're on the line side.
All right, you got it, boss, Steve?
Yep.
Hold it against the board where you can see it anyway. There you go. It's counting, right? It's checking back to the source, correct?
Yeah, check it back.
You got a problem up there if you failed in whatever you just said. Because you're on the line side of the connector on both of them.
Hold the meter, hold the box this way, Rick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're on the line side, so the problem is here.
Problem's still going back that way.
On that particular leg, try the other one of the connector. The other hot leg.
So these were not the problem.
Alright, I got you. There you go. Kind of stay leaned into that thing. Pretty below. Alright, when it gets to 500, what's that 500? That 500 foot?
Amp.
Just put 500 amps on it?
Yep.
See them little spots on there, Rick? Find those spots up.
They wore out. This thing must have taken it all off. 100 pounds.
You might have played with them right there. See how the plastic is on that white plastic is on that where you just flipped on?
Yeah.
It looks like they ran the plastic down into the connector.
Probably did.
And this one does, if this one shows good, you got a bad connector on it. And I don't know for sure on the same one.
Now it showed bad on the other one, right?
Yeah, it's showing failed back to the source. It's bad up
You
there.
got good voltage. Read 120 volts.
Yeah. Now you're gonna test it.
It's testing, but it's still climbing slow. It ought to be climbing faster than this.
Is it the machine?
No?
It's not the box? Climb it.
Yeah, that's what I tried, but with the, I guess it was such a steep angle, you know, it was.
Microphone is truck. Does that help?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Steve, you got a little video of this?
Yeah.
You remember brown out this?
Brown to the hot leg pulses.
Out of the box. You gotta be a man to get on this thing. I can do it without my gloves on. There we go. Alright, so we're going. Alright, so we're testing. We're trying to ID the cables from the meter base back to the transformer. Alright. And we're dead. So we got a dead leg here. Y'all knew that, didn't you? Y'all couldn't clue me in on that. Not good. We got a dead everything.
Well, wouldn't you have to start all over again if you say once you disconnect it?
Not supposed to, yeah. Put outlet pin attention, boy. Alright, this thing's, I guess get the voltmeter and make sure. Alright, so we're at 260, it's saying 264. Alright, so what you would really do is put it in the medium position. And notice the directions. Y'all notice one of them's counting to the right?
Yeah.
And one of them's going, said brown is out. So notice that brown's going out of the meter base. Right? See it going out, pointing out, and blue is pointing back in.
Okay.
So we're gonna leave this running, and we're gonna go find the transformer that's feeding this meter base, and this neutral feeding it, and this one hot leg here feeding that, being fed from that transformer.
And all you gotta do is put it on that cable. It's gonna tell you there. Back to the
right.
gut.
You need to open it. You got a range.
Okay, so we're making sure that this transformer is the transformer that is feeding that meter base. All right, we're picking up one conductor, and as I rotate it around, got to pick up the other conductor, and the arrow will change on the face of the meter. A little dusty.
That's pretty cool.
That probably works about like the McLaughlin locator. It's got an identifier on it.
That's it. Probe like this, it's still going to show into the block, and it's still going to show out of the block. All right, so that means if it's going into the block here, then the one going in over there is the neutral. You follow me? The one going out of the block is the hot leg. All right, we got a signal going out of here, which is right. So this is the hot leg. It's still going out. All right, but it's not picking up that signal right there.
That's the other hot legs coming this way though. But it should.
You're not attached to
parallel.
So they're not tied together over there.
Okay, that's why.
Oh, they're not tied together.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, this is not a parallel connection.
No.
This is just a regular, like we were clipped to a base here, basically,
Yeah.
a single feed base.
Oh,
Neutrals
one leg.
are, but
One
the
leg,
knots are-
right.
One leg.
That's right.
What
it's
it is,
not.
it goes underground, and there's the below ground. They're spliced together
Oh.
and making a parallel out of it. So you just got one service going over there.
Okay, that's why we only got one service here then.
Now it will also show you which neutral it is for it, right?
That's correct, but the arrow's gonna be pointing to the right. That's it right there.
What's gonna happen if you put it on the other neutral?
Nothing. Hold on, let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah, they're tied together over there.
Yeah,
So.
both of them are tied together.
Yeah.
Yep, then it will do it.
Let's make sure. Oh, they are tied together over
Yeah.
there. So what I would do, get in here and pull this off a little bit and make sure.
But if we're tied together, it's gonna read it.
It's tied together, it's gonna read it.
Yeah.
They got to be tied together.
What about that other one down
Where's the other one?
down in the dirt there.
there?
You talking about right here?
No, one
Down in the dirt.
down in the
Coiled
ground
up.
back here.
It's not
back
hooked up.
corner.
One with
Oh,
the
it's
yellow
not
on it,
hooked up.
right there, closest
Oh.
to you.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be nothing there.
Good.
'Cause it's not hooked up.
Okay.
Alright, then we got, okay, that's same wire.
Yeah.
Same wire.
Okay.
So the neutral's is bonded, but the other one's not.
Okay.
So here's what I was talking about with that ribbon. See, this signal is showing going out of that primary cable there on that ribbon cable. It is not showing anything here. So this is the cable that feeds that transformer.
All right, your black
Yeah.
jacket down there below your red tape. Can you put it on it? Will it show anything on that one that's going out?
Right here?
No, on the lower part of it. Down below your
On
red.
the
Right here?
Come on down.
Right there?
Yeah.
No.
Wait a minute. You're saying this is telling you right now that this is feeding that transformer?
That's correct.
What combination?
Y'all are putting the insulated boot, or either you isolate the cable completely out when you put your service in. And we want to mention, you really need to measure, you need to isolate.
If
But
you want to
that's
be
shown.
100% certain, then
That you got
we
two good
really
legs.
need to isolate that and use the Dynatel.
We might as well fix it.
alternator.
Time we do all that.
That's what we usually do.
Time we get done with all that, we might as well just fix it.
Yeah, check the sheet. We usually just open line.
Luke,
or
Monica.
one end,
We-
or whatever.
We used to think about just hooking it up and leaving the customer fire.
It's doing this. It's going tick, tick.
Come over here, sir.
Tick.
Like a clock, like an old clock.
Yeah, you can hear it real good right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it right here? I'm standing here and can hear it.
I'm there.
I believe you.
Position because we're reading more than 300 back there. So what I do is come here and just put the tool on each cable like this until you get a beep. All right. If you don't get a beep up here, then that means that the hot leg that we own does not happen to be the X3 bushing. It's probably the X1 bushing.
Right.
So
Watch your hand.
I got you.
Yeah, you on 7200 volts right now. Your hand is.
All right. Right there.
There's your cable. There we
All right, now notice my sensor. My sensor is kind of on that cable, but right next to that one. So I'm gonna move it here to make sure it's not this one. All right, and it's not. So it's that cable right
That's
there.
red, isn't it? Double.
No, it's double yellow. It's the same one.
It's the yellow.
The same one right there.
Yeah.
So that yellow right there is the hot leg that we own. That double
Right.
yellow.
If you hooked it in the meter box to the other leg, it's gonna blink on the other
It's
side.
gonna blink on the other way.
Yeah, I'll move it
See,
right
or
quick.
if I go to the neutral. See, I got to find the right neutral too now.
Okay.
All right. There's your neutral.
Oh, so it blinks
Notice
to the
it's
other
blinking
side.
the other way. We completing a circle. One's coming in and one's going out. So this
Mike,
is,
you gonna swap it?
See what?
So it goes out on the
See that?
neutral or the blue one?
That
It
man
depends
had
on how
that
you-
one, bad service.
when we're building up current, it's gonna pass. It's gonna go to 500 just like it did back there. And now that signal, if the normal open is open, okay, that signal should only be on the primary cable feeding this transformer. Now the clamp-on device gave us
Blue fade.
the blue phase was the one, right? Now the way
You had it
this,
hooked up in the meter box.
Alright, so we're there. So we can do this one of two ways, all right? You can take it.
You got set them low?
I got it set on low. And what do is come off of this wrap right here and put the sensor right on this wrap.
Tell them what you said about being.
You got to roll it. Yeah, just
Might have to roll. The sensor wants
You
to
trying to
circle.
get it in that curve there or something?
The sensor wants to look at a circle.
See how that thing got that
And these
curve
little
in the
braid
right.
wraps y'all got aren't
They're
circles.
flat.
He made it for progress energy on that central neutral they still use.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm not getting any signal on here, so I'm gonna move it over to this one. There it is.
No, that's
Uh-huh.
right.
All right. That's right.
This is
That's more like it.
this is the elbow that feeds this transformer.
So you ain't gonna be able to do that.
I also
Cut that out.
sometimes you can get it right off the center conductor here.
What if we went closer to the neutral?
There you go.
Yeah, that's something I was going to talk to you about. We always had to hold it a certain direction.
It's more the right light. This light right here is always more sensitive than this light.
But if we flip it over, it wouldn't work. I remember that up there in
Yep,
Greensboro.
that's what it's doing
out
here.
there.
It's not working there.
So this thing's directional.
Well, why does it do that?
I don't know, but the same thing we did. A bunch of three.
You want me to explain to you exactly why?
It's got a mercury bubble in it. That's
Here's the.
Try it on.
You know it now?
I thought everybody knew
Just
that.
to
Make sure we ain't get
I didn't do too good in physics.
Now, what is it giving you a signal on both
No,
of them?
what I'm thinking. No, what it's doing there is it's picking up.
I did pretty good in that.
It's picking up that.
Yeah.
It's picking up this cable. You follow what I'm saying?
or the bush.
That's why in line perfect. Like if your cables are running this way and you position your sensor this way, it'll pick it up from a long way away.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but if you position your sensor this way, it'll never pick it up.
Gotcha.
You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I should be able to move it down here and not pick it up. You got me? Now if I rotate
you may want to put that in your.
It's good we got it on here.
we're getting it right.
Yeah.
With the sensitivity. See now it's not picking it up.
Yeah, powerful. Yes.
That's why I say
Well, that one's
when you're
not
in the low
that's not the
low
one that's got the
position,
low
you want to
load
get
anyway.
your sensor. You want to get your sensor so that it's picking up away from. There, so there's your primary. This cable no doubt feeds this transformer.
Yep, it should be.
But you're
according to
gonna
the way
you're
it's
gonna
labeled.
start.
I don't know. Y'all try it. Don't let me know.
You're gonna have some amps on over on that main line.
Oh, we getting ready to get a workout now. And we end up picked up.
Well, I don't see it.
Well, maybe we should hit it on up
Maybe you
here.
gotta turn it upside down.
About to say,
Oh,
let's
yeah, turn it all the way.
Yeah, there we go. Come down just a little bit there. Oh,
Well, y'all give me a taste.
we got a little breeze blowing there just in time to use telephone. Come down this time, smidge. There you go. Oh,
All right, I don't see it. Let's move it up. Let's move it up to right here.
That's right. If you don't get a bite, move your rod. Don't get a bite in, get down right where.
too high.
That's it right there, eh?
You own the number 2 up here.
Looks like
It
it's
beeped
up
for a
on the
minute.
right hand side.
No, you hear beeping. The white light would go off. The white light would be blinking.
You're not on it.
Blink, blink.
Drive maybe on up.
Don't tell him he got it.
He's got to yell at you. He's used to that.
It worked.
He's got it. It's just
Missed it you off of it.
Yeah, you're not quite on it.
roll it to the left a little more. Right
There
there.
you go.
Kick off.
Right there. That's it. There we go.
That's it.
That's the dip bowl. If he was in a bucket holding it, flip it on that bottom one.
It's not a real good thing to run stuff at low voltage.
I have no idea which one's a good
You
one.
clip that to the meter jaw.
No,
Right over here, right across the meter jaw. Right.
I have no idea which
And the only reason you don't recommend that bolt is because it has a tendency to slip off of it, is that
Right.
okay.
Or and that bolt's not a good. It's not the same.
do. They just plug them in.
They just plug them in without isolating.
Now you can take and push that.
What I used to do is I check
And get
both.
the voltage.
Get your voltage.
Yeah,
But
you got
voltage is good.
124
Yeah, voltage is good. I can tell by the way that
Yeah,
thing counts up that voltage.
Yeah, it's going right on up. It ain't
So hold on,
stopped.
let's wait for it to
Wait a minute.
pass.
Probably the other one.
Yeah,
Let's wait for it to pass. I mean, it's gonna get close to passing. I ain't gonna say it's gonna pass. It's close. See that 484?
you got there and got the fail on it.
But you're reading 484. 44 is only.
It's above the 300, so it's good.
Well, it's
Same thing happened.
it's not great, but it's. Let me say it's okay.
You got
As long as I put one on, just put it.
We'll have you back on here in just a few minutes.
But I do better instead of putting it on the lug is to put it on the wire, right?
I tell them to put it on the wire.
See if this one will go on there better than that other one.
Can't you just put it down there on the customer side or anything?
You could put it on the customer side neutral.
Yeah.
On that serve saver neutral, you can put it on that.
Oh, yeah, we kind of got the box. Could just go.
Yep, you go right there. That'd be fine.
But if it was neutral that was bad, I'd need to be on ours, wouldn't it?
No, because it only goes from right there up to your neutral.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So you
go
can still clip it on on their side if the neutral was
bad
bad.
voltage. 70 volts is all you got. So
Showing the voltage there and not the current.
it's not gonna pulse unless you get the 90. The low, it won't even,
Are we
because
showing
you know
two,
you got
we're
bad.
showing 2 good legs and 1 bad one here?
Showing two. No, you're showing one good hot leg, one good neutral,
And 1 bad leg.
and 1 bad leg.
Dewey, did you put that neutral in that box?
no, I
You lay
put mine.
plenty.
And see this side.
Just touch it and put it on there. All right, go to the next. All right, go to the next. Keep.
Maybe on the other phase.
Probably gonna be down here.
On
in
that
Florida.
lower phase. Let me ask you this: if you touch that whole bar, would it tell you which phase
Nope.
you hooked to? You got to get to the service itself.
Well, I say that.
Let's
you can
try.
put it in the low position and do it.
Let's put it in the low position. That tells which bar to
That'll
start
tell you what
checking.
bar it's going to.
Yeah.
Put it in the low. There we go. It's this one.
Okay. But then I gotta put it back on high to find the.
Well, you don't have to. You can kind of. That one right there.
See, Single red.
I believe so. Let's go back up.
This one right?
Let's go right here. Yeah, it's down right there.
Okay.
Now let's put it in the high now. Yep.
Okay.
All right, that's your
So
hot
it's the
leg.
single red.
That's your hot leg. All right, now let's go to the neutral
So
block.
that means this will be my bad one here.
Let's go to your neutral block and
Neutral
see it.
should be
see
right
it.
there.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
now
that's
where's
good. At least
now
it's
where's
on
your
top.
top? Where's your top one though?
Right here.
Yeah, you're not going shouldn't get nothing on that one. Now look at this. This looks like it's burned pretty good right here.
Well, I don't know.
Actually, that's your problem right there.
Analog.
That's your problem right there.
Oh, that ain't when it's hooked up, it is.
Yeah, it is. That's your problem right there.
Now that ain't the phase we working with.
Yeah, that's the bad
Second
one.
though.
That's what I'm saying. Why this is bad.
No, I don't know if that's heated up or if that's that old goop.
We
they
used to put this
on.
old gook on there. It turns brown when it gets warm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Take your skinning knife.
That ain't the bad leg, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's this one down here. Oh, no, you're right.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's all that is, that
Yeah.
old goop.
Let me see your knife. Let me see your knife or something real quick. Now that thing's still hooked up, right back there.
Yeah.
A lot of times that joker will spark. That'll show you that
You ain't got no load on it back there.
there's no load.
I can put that 500 on that phase.
But it really wouldn't do nothing.
Right. You'd have to set the service load back.
Well, or you'd have to plug the meter back in the house.
If that was
And-
bad,
and
it'd
give
be
'em-
burned up.
And give them back per. You think so?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
ain't-
it'd be
that ain't
burned.
a bad spot.
When one's burnt to,
I'll tell you
to
what,
the point where the
I can
customer's
about,
not
I can
getting
about
both.
bet you, I about bet you I can find it without unhooking it. It's probably about
All right, let's
about 6 foot from my house.
All right, let's
on the
tell
left
them.
block.
All right, you know which one it is,
Looks
right?
like
Tell
some
them.
Because
down
something
there.
pulled that.
Tell them.
It ain't got no slack at all.
Oh, you think it's right there at the house?
Yeah,
I think
because
it's
it
right
ain't
there
no
at the
slack in them leads.
I was
Somebody
saying,
ain't
I was
seen
saying
that.
you could do this. You could skin back this wire right here just a little bit. Go take that ST500 and hook it right here to the ground,
Yeah.
and it tell you if that was the bad spot.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, we can.
Well, there ain't no need. That ain't gonna be. If
I
it
don't
was
think that's
bad,
bad
when
right
we
there.
get to them, they bad. That washer's already burned off of it, and it's just about burnt too.
Okay.
If
But you can take that,
You can take that meter and put it on
you
it.
can take that heat gun right there and if it was bad,
If it was,
you
yeah,
can
but
tell it
it's
was
not,
bad.
if
right
it was
there.
loaded though, it ain't loaded no more.
you'd have to put the
You'd
500
have to put ST500
ST5 back on that phase.
or put it right here.
It ain't gonna be.